Okay, a little bit more on capital campaigns here. In this module, we've gone over the feasibility studies, the Dove Preparedness Index, and all these great lists for basically how to plan a capital campaign. What I want to talk about is a little bit of my personal experience about real world, what sometimes happens when you're trying to run a capital campaign. Very often I've found people have a project in mind and they will go forward with it no matter what. They will do these planning studies, a feasibility study, they will fail it spectacularly, and they will go ahead anyways. Worse, I have seen many clients who have just not done these planning phases at all and have gone straight into a capital campaign. This creates a kind of a bomb goes off of unmet expectations, and you can imagine the results don't often reach those expectations that the board and the organization may have. One organization that I will not name had no fundraisers, no fundraising, really no donors at all. They'd only ever received government funding, and their building was falling down. They needed a new building. They had some success in getting it paid for again by government, but were left with a $2 million shortfall. No direct mail, as I said, no donors, no major gifts, no events, nothing they'd ever done to raise money. This, of course, they went through the motions of doing a capital campaign. They created a case for support, but at the end of the day, they had no fundraising best practices, no fundraisers, and no one to ask. And it was a complete disaster. How can you recover from something like this? I think the only thing you can do is try and put some of those best practices in place. Get some fundraising knowledge in there. Get the fundraisers up to speed if you have any. Hire your first fundraiser if you don't have one. Look at staff training. Make sure there's a reasonable database and not just post-it notes everywhere. Create a beautiful case for support, a well-written case for support that can be used next time around. All this can be used afterwards to build a first-time fundraising portfolio for an organization, and in fact, in the future may lead to a successful capital campaign. So that's sort of the real world of how to, of what often happens with low planning and how you can salvage it in the end to build fundraising in the future. Thanks.